Morning, guys. I am on the mic today. I just got done with my meetings, so right in time. Morning, guys. Wasn't sure if I was going to make it, but I barely made it.
Morning, Scott.
My headphones were muted. All right, so a little different today. I did a lot of back testing over the weekend with the 5 minute opening range break, which is an indicator right here. Basically, we're going to give it some time to develop the high and the low on the first 5 minutes, and then we're going to have a range. We're going to have a low and a high. And from that range, we're going to have what they call Fibonacci levels. Within those fib levels, we have two targets, 38% and 62%. So we're going to let this thing pan out the first 5-10 minutes or so. I'm going to wait for the price to break the opening range in either direction. Once we break, we're going to take it in that direction, and the first target is the first red line. The second target is the upper line. And I may just take everything in the first line. If it looks like it's going to continue, I may just let it run to the second. We have the same exact lines on the bottom side. So it's going to be a little slow pace today. I'm going to let this thing develop. Up here at the 433 level, 433, 432. This whole area is going to be a dump area. Actually, we're probably in the dump area right now. This thing is going to pull back somewhere in this general area, and because of the big gap down and the run back up, I think that was a pullback overnight, and now we're going to dump again. But either way, I'm not making any guesses in this market anymore. It's basically what I felt like I've been doing. I'm going to let this 5 minute orb show me my direction. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so I'm not focused on other things. I just want to see this orb open, and then I want to take my trade. I played around with Profit Taker in paper trading on Friday. It seemed to work pretty well, so I put it back on, and as soon as this thing breaks, I think I'm going to take my 50 contracts with the 50-cent target. If it doesn't hit, I'm just going to move my exit price and see what I get. So we got 1 minute. The 15-minute chart, I have another chart over here. Just taking a look at the trend, and right now the trend is up. So the trend's up. We had a gap down. We recovered the gap. I just want to play it safe and watch the first 5 minutes. So let's make sure we have our calls and our puts. 432 calls and 432 puts. And we'll see what happens, and we'll adjust them as needed. All of these levels I have marked out on the 30-minute are valid levels. All right, we're pulling back now. And like I said, I'm just going to let it do its thing. I'm not trying to hop in or do anything. It's going to give us it'll give us a nice trade. Just have to wait for it. This thing has been burning me pretty good right at the open, so we'll let it establish its support and resistance in the first 5 minutes, and we'll see what we get. You can see the orb indicators building the high and the low. So every high that it makes on a closed candle, the high actually moves. You see it? It's drawing the high and it'll draw the low. It looks like it does it in real time. So I studied this, and right now, going back, I could definitely take a trade off of the 15-second for a quick scalp. But it looks like it looks like it has been better just to wait about 8 or 9 minutes, and there's a bigger trade that happens. And the bigger trade is going to pay a lot more than potentially getting in and out so quickly that you're not getting a good price for your contracts, or you have it bounce right back up and you're missing out and possibly going red on your trade. That's just how this last week was. And the week before that, all last February, it was so easy to trade. And last week just was horrible. So I think we just, push this thing out and let's see what we get around 9:39, 9:40-ish. So you can see the 1 minute kind of went up, came back down. Now it's going to figure out what it's going to do. Even if we break down a little bit right now, it's going to come back up. And like I said, I don't want to jump in right now and this thing come back up to the opening range and go red on a trade. Everything's setting up to look pretty weak, but we definitely need a retest up here for a lower high, and then they'll be closer to getting to our 939 area, and then we'll take that break down. You also got a VWAP right here, so it could bounce off that VWAP, retest, and then bust through. I really don't want to get into a bad trade where I'm trying to dig myself out of a red day. I'd much rather just wait for my good trade and have a green on one trade and be done. But we will get a bounce somewhere here around VWAP. We'll come back up, and then once we break that or below the low of the opening range, then that's going to be our entry point. We do have this 300 MA down here. That's going to be like a $1.50 move or so. That'd be a very good move to get into and have that as your target. So this is our 5-minute range now. So this is the high and the low of the 5 minutes. It's not going any more. That's it. So we're at VWAP 2. So let's expect this to come back up. Looks like we got a 3 moving average right above the opening range, so that's going to be some resistance there. So this guy's probably going to make its way up like right here, this general area, and then we're going to come down. So a few more minutes. Looks like the 15-minute on the ES futures and SPY is changing direction of the trend. Got a nice big red candle on the 15. So we'll let this thing pop back up. I'm sure there's some buy orders there. I don't want to take the opening range break just yet because that VWAP's there. And I do want it to come back up and prove its weakness. Oops. Here's the pullback. I got 4. I'm expecting this to come up here a little ways, and I would have the 430 puts loaded. These things are pretty pricey today too. So I got 30 contracts loaded on 4. Let's do 430 puts. Once we start breaking this VWAP, I want to see what happens there first, and then I'll be in down to the 300. All right, we broke it. Let's see what happens here. I don't want to get in and have it bounce back up because of VWAP, so I'll give it a sec. $9.39. This is usually where we start picking the direction. Let's see where this goes. we're back in the orb now. So let's see where we go, and then when we come back down and break it, we should be coming in with a downward force. And this is what I mean by just waiting, because this thing has been a choppy mess already. All right, we're coming down to VWAP. I'd rather break the VWAP first before I get in. That's stronger than the orb. We're breaking it.
Order partially filled. Order filled.
And then ride this down. There's the first target. Let's see if we can bust down to the second. Second target's coming up. The P&L is not updating. Somehow I'm in at 258. That's not good. Got a bad feel even with my limit order. I got a lot of orders way up here, close to $3. Just a little pullback right here, nothing big. Yeah, 15-minute. That thing looks weak as can be. I'm not even sure why the put prices are going down. I don't understand this whatsoever. I have 430 puts. It's dumping and the price is going down.
Order partially filled.
Oh,
order filled.
Never mind. My order was just filled. That was very, very odd. Very, very odd, guys. But anyhow, I made $2,000 on that. Beautiful, beautiful trade. And that's all it takes, boys. Being a little patient, getting your new strategy down, and sticking to the plan. So this right here went down exactly to my target at the 300, and that bad boy just is going to bounce off that. Will we break it? I don't know. You know why? Because I'm done. That's how we do it, guys. Back in the driver's seat. Back in the driver's seat. That's what I like to see. $2,032.
Congrats, bro.
Yes, sir. Thank you. That's exactly how it needs to happen.
I took that back test after you got in. I took that back test and ended up at 400 on 10 contracts.
My man. You see why I waited for that 5-minute orb today? I've been seeing this garbage. And I just wanted to wait. Let the plan be carried out. Target right here. It was so weird that my P&L was actually down $1,000, and then all of a sudden my order filled for 2,000.
Oh wow!
It was stupid. We're dumping, and these these contracts are actually losing value.
For a second there, I thought you might have accidentally got in on calls, but I was like, no, there's no way.
No, I had calls on the left and puts on
Yeah.
the right, and I even looked right here where my orders were, and I'm like, no, dude, this is not making sense. Luckily, I didn't panic and get out, you know, because I did see orders way up here. Look,
Mm-hmm.
there's orders being filled way up here, so I set mine at 325, or what did I get out at? 326. I set it at 326 and just waited.
Yep. I got out at 325. Yep.
Beautiful, beautiful trade, man. But look, now we're coming back down. Futures broke this all night. We were way below that. But look at this. Look at this candle on the 15.
Yeah, it's ugly.
Super ugly. I don't care. I'm back in the driver's seat. We got a new, not a new strategy, just using the orb method.
Sounds good, brother. All right. Well, I'm
Trade.
going to call it. 400 is good for me. I got some stuff I got to do, but congrats again.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I'm closing down too. I have real work to go do, but 2,000 a day, you know that saying keeps the job away.
Yes, sir. Have a good one, buddy.
Have a good day, buddy. Yep, you too.